What's going on, guys? Jacob 2 from Sculpted here. Today we're talking about the biggest problem that I see in many HubSpot CRMs, and that's broken parent-child relationships between companies. I was just speaking to one of our clients who sells to consumer brands that often have multiple entities within one organization. For example, H&M. H&M isn't just H&M. You have H&M America, you can have H&M Australia, you can have H&M Group, which is the holding company of many other brands. This client often gets in at the ground level with one of these companies and wants to try and expand further into the account and understand how the account is mapped so they can go to the right other company, the right entity, the right department to continue selling. But their CRM's a mess. All of these different companies are fractured, scattered, and as a revenue operations analyst, you'd have no idea that one company is associated to the next without tons of manual work to try and research and dig into it and figure out who's who, what's what. And of course, we all know when you're in RevOps, you have a million different priorities. So there's no way that's going to happen. So the question is, how can you actually identify who's who and what's what so that you can route accounts properly, break into new territories, into new accounts effectively, stop missing upsell opportunities without all the manual work that you're used to? The answer, as you guessed it, Clay and AI. By the way, I have a free guide, the ultimate guide on Clay for HubSpot. If you want it, it's linked in my profile on my LinkedIn page. Just go to the homepage, go to the featured section. You'll see the post, comment over there, and I'll give you access. Or you can leave a comment on this video, and I will share it with you right away. Okay, here we go. So now we're in a Clay table that I built to identify parent-child relationships. This Clay table is going to look at the company, figure out if they're a brand or a holding company. And if it's a brand, do they have a holding company? If they have a holding company, who is it? And then we can tag all the companies in HubSpot as parent or child. And if it's a child with a known parent, we can associate them together. So now you have a nice, cleanly associated CRM database in your HubSpot instance. So we take the company domain and we're using Claygen to create a company summary, company offerings, and then ownership structure, which is going to be just understanding, like, are they owned by anybody? Do they own any other brands? And all of that information is being compiled in this GPT prompt, which takes all of this research and is then going to make a decision based on, are they a brand, are they a holding company, etc. From there, we tag it as brand or holding company. And if it's a brand, we're going to go ahead and look for who owned them and then output the company name and the domain. Okay, so that's all going to happen. And then as an example, here we have the domain. These are 3 brands that we found the parent for. So we have Naples Grand Beach Resort. If I open up their website, we can see that they are looks like a hotel company. And we can see that they're owned by South Street Partners. I can go on this website, go to portfolio, and look for right here, Naples Grand Beach Resort, this one right here. Now, each one of these records can be created in HubSpot with their domain, etc., as tagged as a brand. And then you can have a property called parent company URL. And then in the HubSpot end, we're going to associate them together. Let's take a look at that now. So you can create a trigger enrollment for companies when the parent company is known. You're going to want to create a company property called parent company URL or parent company, something like that. That's where the parent company domain is going to live. That's going to be this value right here. Then you're going to trigger the workflow on that property being known, which means this company has a known parent. In the side panel over here, you're going to click on CRM, create associations, and now choose company for the enrolled object. Object to associate is going to be another company. Select a label to apply. That's going to be the parent. Okay. Create associations when there are matching property values, and the matching value you want to match on is parent company. So basically the URL over here of the parent company, that once again, that's going to be this URL right here. We're going to go ahead and match the property value when another company has a matching domain. So basically, once again, we're going to create a company for this specific URL, and this company, of course, is already going to exist. So they're going to be 2 different companies. So when Naples Grand Beach Resort, right, has this company, this property is known, it will enroll in the workflow, and then the workflow will associate Naples Grand Beach Resort to a company that has this domain that's matching. So once again, it's going to be the parent because this company also has this in this property. So what's going to end up happening is they'll be associated together in HubSpot. And from there, voila, you finally solved the parent-child association problem in your HubSpot CRM.